Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank is the Dicker Max. This is a German Tier 6 tank destroyer. The map is South Coast, which is based... I wonder if this is the one that's based on Crimea. Okay, but anyway, this is South Coast. I decided to take a sniping position up here on this hill area. I wasn't that crazy about it. I actually saw another player today who was playing up here in the elevated position. He got a lot of nice shots from up here, but I didn't have the same success. I wasn't that happy about it. I am working on a mission, and the mission is TD-12 big game hunting. Destroy an enemy tank that is one tier higher than your vehicle, cause at least 2,000 hit points of damage. This is one of the hardest missions I have been doing, mostly because it's hard to find. It's hard to find an enemy heavy tank that's one tier higher. And I play many games when I'm unable to do it. I think I'm gonna, nailed that one. So that's my first kill of the game. Obviously, I selected this not because I completed the mission, but because I successfully killed a lot of tanks. And anticipating that I might be spotted, I did roll back on the hill. I had already decided that even if the Sixth Sense didn't go off, I would roll back more often than I normally do. Play as though you don't have Sixth Sense, because sometimes the Sixth Sense really doesn't work. Or sometimes you get spotted, you get shot before your Sixth Sense lights up. We've got a pretty good even spread for my team. In terms of being spread out, I would say our front line is pretty good. Not the worst that I've seen. Now, as you can see, I'm not happy with the amount of action. I'm too far behind my allies, so I have to move forward in order to get into the action. And as you know, I don't like playing in the back. I don't like camping. I don't even like it when allies are in front of me. The reason why I just happened to be there is because I never played up in that position, and I wanted to see what it was like. And I don't recommend it. As you know, I usually go to the position right to my right over there. So targets are going to start drying up. One thing about the Dicker Max, if you... when the Dicker Max first came out, I'm going to nail that guy. I'm going to totally nail him. I mean, it's like he doesn't even know I'm right next to him. Okay, so when I first played the Dicker... I'm sorry, when I first saw the Dicker Max, I really wasn't impressed. I thought it was a joke of a tank. But now that I own it, I do love the Dicker Max. I don't think it's the absolute best tank, but I am happy to be an owner of this tank. I like the fact that I can use my crew on 5 of my German tank destroyers. But I like the fact that it's got a good gun, it's got a good speed, it's got a decent design. I think the reason why I was turned off is because I had the Jag Tiger, and the Jag Tiger is so slow. When you get something like this, it's so much faster, and the experience of the Jag Tiger coupled with this makes this tank a lot more fun. So we've got some indecision here. I didn't know which way to go. There's actually a lot of tanks right in front of me that I didn't get shots on, simply because they weren't spotted. So that's obviously the first one to come along.
Gotcha. Let's find another target.
So you got his buddy.
They're knocked out.
Okay, so that's 4 kills. Now, I've said it before in other games. Getting a lot of kills does not make you an expert. There's people that get 8 kill games and 9 kill games, but they're mostly killing tanks with low hit points. both of those tanks, even though the Churchill, the first one, we slammed them pretty hard, but they were both low hit point tanks. They could have been both one-shots, even though only one of them truly was a one-shot. The other one was a two-shot. That's what happens when you sit back and camp or you're slow to get to battle. You've got a lot of easy targets. And I'm sure I'm not going to last. Oh, I think the artillery, yeah.
This vehicle has had it.
Yeah, what happened was I was sitting there thinking, okay, I'm going to wait for some more tanks to drive by. But the artillery slammed into me, which is sad because I don't recall the Sixth Sense going on. I don't recall the Sixth Sense lighting up. I thought I was unspotted. I'm going to rewind. Since this is the end of the video, I'm going to rewind. I'm going to do a little bit of an... Oh, there it was. It was there. So we're going to check that Sixth Sense. Now, as far as I know, right now I'm not spotted. We're going to see if that Sixth Sense lights up.
Penetration. Target acquired.
So far it has not.
Enemy armor is destroyed. Let's find another target. Ready to fire. Got him.
Okay, so you'll see that the Sixth Sense did not light up. I assumed that I was unspotted, and that's why I did not move. And the enemy SPG must have figured out I was there from watching my tracers, but it was a foolish thing to do. I remember this happening, and I was slow to act, which led to the SPG killing me. If it hadn't happened, I probably would have had a few more kills in. Okay, so that is the Dicker Max. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Dicker Max. First of all, I have 5 German tank destroyers, 4 of which, I'm sorry, I have more. I actually have 6. 4 of them are premium tank destroyers, which means that I can use the same crew in 5 different tanks, and they level up so fast. It's amazing how fast they level up. About a month ago, they were 44% on the 3rd skill, and today they're 85% on the 3rd skill. And I've really been taking it easy. I haven't even been playing the tanks every day. Keep in mind, I usually only play on weekends. So I expect that I'm going to be on the 4th skill very quickly, perhaps in a couple of weeks. And it is a great tank because it is a fast tank. I don't remember exactly how much damage the gun does, but it's up there. It's either 300 or 400 or something like that. So this is a good tank for its tier 6 in terms of doing a lot of damage. It's reasonable speed. It's not the fastest tank. It doesn't seem to have the greatest armor on it. It is relatively small, so if you like spotting, this is a tank that you can do some spotting with. Although you do need a little bit more speed usually in order to do some spotting. So I do recommend the tank. If you like tank destroyers, I absolutely hate tank destroyers. If you like tank destroyers, I think you're going to like this tank more so than some of the other ones. I'm going to compare it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the other tanks that I have that are tank destroyers so you can compare. Number 1, I have the one that they call the Toaster. It's a tier 5. I think it's got some crazy name that I can't pronounce. Like maybe it's called the Panzer 4 or something like that. That tank is extremely fast. It's got a rapid fire gun, a very thin armor. When you compare this to the Jagdpanzer has an awesome gun, a fast reload, a lot of armor, and it's slow and not very maneuverable. And then I've got the Panzer. Now the Panzer is a fast tank, and it turns very quickly, so the traverse speed is very fast. And I've got the E-25, which is also a fast tank, blitzing all over the place. And they all use the same crew, and what ends up happening is that the crew has different needs. You know, some of them need to be able to, you need the clutch braking for the slow tank to spin around, and you need things like coated optics and binocs for tanks like the E-25. So one of the problems that happens when you have these premium tanks is that the crew needs can be different. One of the other advantages is that you can take the crew and level them up very quickly and use them as commanders on all of your other tanks, which is one of the reasons why I like it. In the end, to sum everything up, after owning, I own 60 tanks right now, I would say that having premium tanks right now is kind of my preferred way to play. And I do like playing the non-premium tanks, but in general I would say that the premium tanks often appeal to me because of the crew training, the bonuses, the cheaper run cost, the more money you make. You know, they've got so many advantages that I'm glad that I have them. So that is the Dicker Max. It is a German Tier 6 tank destroyer. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. If you're interested in joining one of my clans, I have 3 clans right now. One is CBKS, which is for the higher tier players. The other one is CBKS2, which is for the lower tier players. And then we've got another clan called CBSPG, which is for people who like to play artillery or who like to support artillery. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.